Welcome, welcome. I need to ring the bell more because it's fun. Haha. Okay, welcome to today's episode where we are going to look at the entire ranch. Yes, today is the ranch tour because I have said once I have decorated all the expansions, I am gonna do a tour of the ranch where I'm just gonna show you how it looks like. Now it's all finished basically, because obviously you can just watch the episodes of the decorating part itself. There you can also see it. But what I would like to start is actually from the oldest to the very last that we decorated. I think that would be quite nice. And also stay tuned because I will definitely go through this portal today, because it used to be not active and now it is. And apparently we're going to the moss blanket, even though I'm confused because why would I go there? Like, seriously. We already have a portal to the moss blanket. But still, I'm curious. So we're gonna shoot this? No, it doesn't go. It doesn't teleport. Okay. So I'm curious what that's gonna be. So further ado, obviously we need to start at then the overgrowth. That, well, obviously this is not part of the overgrowth, but now it is. So this is how the overgrowth looked before. Quite empty. And right from the start, you already see a massive change between the two. Oh, hello, Samantha. How you doing? And you can see that this is the first one that I have decorated. Everything is on the ground. You need water. Everything is on the ground. Nothing is like higher than the other. It's all just instantly, because I didn't know that. I didn't even tried to put things on top of each other. Hello, Clockwork. It's the oldest Gordo in this ranch. I believe it's the oldest Gordo in the ranch. And then we have Rose. Well, I mean, obviously here it's a little bit different, but I technically built this later on around Rose. That first wasn't there. So it is, whoa, hello. It is so different. And this also, I built this later on, but we're not there yet. So I find it so funny. And even there, I tried to do the thing with the trees on top of it to make it way more overgrown. Ooh, the birds. Hello, 200 subscribers, special Gordo. Still amazing. It's insane. I never expected to get that far. But yes, I also still love this place actually. I really do. Even though it's the first one and I definitely see things I can improve. Like for example, this kind of thing, like right here. But it's still amazing to see where we came from, how we started, and then to see this. So obviously let me know which one is your favorite, and then we go to the next one. And then here we have the entrance to the grotto, that is. You also need water, which technically kind of sort of is actually of the ranch, so let's just skip this part. Where obviously this is the grotto before, where it's also quite empty compared to how it now looks. And this is how it looks now. It's quite some change, especially at the sides with all the crystals. And oh no, what happened? At the sides? Oh no. No, I did not plan on that. What? How did they escape? Come back here. Alright, now that that is taken care of, where was I? So obviously it's also a major difference, and the throne is the masterpiece of this entire expansion. And I still love this throne till today. I still think this is my favorite expansion of the ranch. So in the comments, let me know. Just tell me, scream it to me, which one is your favorite? I really like the idea of the ancient ruins where there was like a civilization and we don't really know much about. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do something like that in the grotto as well. Like an underground kingdom or queendom where we have this sort of structure, or there used to be a structure with the pillar still standing. Something like that, like a little bit of a backstory with obviously Queen Mekta as the phosphor queen. Then we've got there the Twinkle Slime that came as a surprise because you were supposed to be a rock Gordo, but hey, apparently you eat heartbeats now as well. Then of course the elusive quantum slimes. Those are my most annoying slimes ever. Thanks to this mod, I forgot the name. But these sprinkles make it so that they can't or supposed to not teleport. So I still don't know what happened there. This is where we first started to change up the things a bit, or by putting the tree stumps trick into action. Because I was like, okay, I want to create something, but I don't know how to. So let's try this. And I did. And this is what ended up, and I am in love with it. It's amazing. I'm very glad that worked out. So I used it literally almost everywhere to kind of get the feeling, and obviously you have here crystals, but you never really had crystals to the side. So I was like, we need more and bigger crystals. I even implemented this in the indigo quarry itself. And then obviously, oh, you're still stuck. On to the next. Hopefully that this thing doesn't happen again. The third expansion we decorated was the wrench itself, or at least the main area. This is how the wrench looks. Which, till this day, is the weirdest of them all. In my opinion, seriously, this is... I knew what I wanted to do here towards the grotto, to get more crystals in, to give that vibe that it's like coming together with the overgrowth. That's why there are so many trees and mushrooms here and there. I really love this one. This is amazing. Technically, I like the one the most with like the big mushroom and then like a shorter mushroom. But as you can see, oh, don't forget we've got Hubris here. Hi, Hubris! And then obviously we have here the 100 subscribers. This was really, it's such a milestone to get 100 subscribers. It's amazing. When you just realize that people are like, you know what? I like this. It baffles me. And I can't thank you peeps enough. And our beautiful Twinkle collection. With they're starting a band, they're practicing. So the original idea of this place was to keep it open, or at least as open as possible, which ended up with me placing trees almost everywhere, except for here. So this is probably like the most open spot ever. Plus there, in like the entire range. Oh, and that one as well. So 3 open spots, the rest is just, filled up with trees and bushes and grass. That so doesn't make any sense. But hey, I wanted to have a balance of like indigo quarry with mossy blankie and dry reef in one, and a Christmas tree that's still there. And from this entire area, I actually like this one the most with the mushrooms. I love the mushrooms. I really do with the rocks. Oh, hey, there's a chicken. There are 2 chickens. Excuse you. Kevin and Kevin Jr. When I started this series, the main focus of this series was actually that we ended up doing this. Exactly this. Decorating the wrench. On to the next one. Oh, and obviously I also had to decorate the paths here because it was quite empty, and I just love when there's like trees and bushes and grass. It just gives the feeling of alive. I don't really like dead spaces. Oh wait, that's not this one. Oops. Just walking past. The next one we decorated was Victor's workshop. That first looked like this. And this was Victor's workshop. As you can see, also quite empty. Even the tar place, quite empty. And now it looks like this, where we have a ring of slime lamps. Yeah, slime lamps. Because Mekta wanted me to put slime lamps here. And I thought, you know what, let's make a circle with also the fashion pulse and the fashion pot remover up there. Where I really wanted to give it the vibe of, hey, this is a workshop and there needs to be work done. Does that make sense? No clue. So what do you do in a workshop of a scientist? you place things that so that scientists can do their job. Yes. From research desks here to there, researching all kinds of things. These desks are researching the I already forgot the names of those things. But hey, and here we've got a battery for the slimulation. Here, even a research desk. That's a very big screen. This will hurt your eyes. Anyway, enough storage, because we need storage when you research things, obviously. Where we have the crystal slimes, because in our story, Victor made them. Yes, because of his knowledge of everything. You're watered now, good. Where we have research from the cloner, chicken cloner. That's the only thing that can clone, right? Chickens, not me. Not me itself, just going through there. Okay. It's also not on. Is it always supposed to be this, or do I need to actually put a chicken in there to work? I forgot about that. But here we are researching the hydro turret and more storage. And here we are in the make of the bee, the drone bee drone. And I love these places because I saw this one, because this one is already there, of the desert, and I was like, we need more. So here is the tree of the ancient ruins. There we have, the palm tree. And we meet again, Wall. We meet again. And they're from Ogden the Wilds. Just to put some, these are special pots where he then, put these plants in so that he can research them. Because it's Victor. And obviously with the most expensive ones, the diamonds. And a nice glitch gourd over there. Then we have here the way to the hello Tars, how you doing? I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Hi Kevin, how you doing? Very tarry it seems. Alright then. I first wanted to build here a Gordo room, but that did not end up the way I hoped it would, so now it's just the living room of the Tar army. And then obviously the most awesome thing of this entire decoration build thingy is the score game room basketball kind of thing with prizes, and we've got a nice boom gourd with moustache, and here we've got Gizmo. Hi Gizmo. I'm still very bad at this though, but I can hoop myself, that's nice. With pink slimes as the balls. And this is just for safety, if something might go wrong, because it is a lab kind of thing after all. On to the next! And the docks. And this is how it looks now, where I have on the sides here from the overgrowth to the docks also expanded with way more stuff. So the overgrowth is technically now way bigger. From the entrance at the main ranch all the way to here, which is very nice. I really love this thing right here with the rocks, the trees, the palm trees over here. That's the start of the docks, where we then go down, and then we end up here with a puddle Gordo. Isn't he adorable? And puddle slimes, obviously. With the squeaky duck. Then we have here another pond with more puddles. Garden we have... You people need food. I need to water you, that's for sure. Ah! Hello 300 subscriber Gordo. How you doing? Are you nicely chilling? And then we also have here the fire Gordo. I really love the more Gordos mod. Ah, okay, you're just like the Tar. Okay, noted. Where I wanted to go a bit more for a paradise kind of theme. Where you have, well, your water, your beach area with nicely trees, and then this is just the slime version of a volcano now. Just imagine if the boom Gordos actually exploded, just like their small counterparts. And then here we've got a beach. Very nice beach. I love this beach. I also like this one. I'm actually quite confused if I now like this one better or the grotto. But I think it's different, and each in their own way is awesome. Ooh, let me see. So we went a bit for... Okay, I tried to keep the beach very much beach, you have a sand and that kind of stuff. And then the way more you got into the land, you get way more greenery. And it's a paradise. With hot springs. Definitely hot springs. That's just how it is now. And then we even have to the docks further here, where we've got a honey Gordo looking out at sea. a portal to... Okay, never mind. That's where we went on an expedition to get the special stuff to make the Tar Army. Oh, that was funny. So yes, I am very happy how this one turned out. Wait a minute. Did I still ended up doing the cliffs? I did. Well, sort of. It's supposed to be a cliff, okay? The best I could do to not make it too tall for a cliff. I love these trees everywhere. Oh, I love this greenery. I'm just very much a sucker for greenery, okay? Oh, oh, yes. All those Gordos. Bow ties are cool. Ha, Doctor Who reference. Check. Next one! Ah, and here we are. Thank you, Twinkle Slime, for your beautiful concert. Where obviously it looked like this. And this is Octon's retreat. And now it looks like this. And this one, oh my. This one was the most difficult and, I believe, time-consuming of them all. Cause placing all those rocks. Oh, and don't forget our beautiful Saber cave with hi, Sabe. I still like this. I mean, hey, there's still some here. That's nice. That is nice. I still like our cave that looks really weird. But, yeah, I think it's a nice addition to the ranch. Where we have Sabe cuddling with a small Saber Slime on the rock. You've noticed that for every Gordo, I basically placed these fiery flowers. Because they really give this, that was a lag spike, a very nice glow effect, which I find very cool, and it makes them look like, haha, I'm a Gordo. Plof. Ah, yes. Chickens. Not enough chickens. So the thought process with this expansion is very much, I wanted to give them their own territory without... please let it be Largos. You're still all behaving? Yeah, they're still all behaving, in a way. But I wanted to give them their own... Ah yeah, perfection. Their own territory, because obviously a corral like that is way too small. And this is Tabby Resort, after all. We had a Tabby world? I already actually... Tabby planet? I actually forgot. But, obviously they had to go because we needed more resources. So we moved them here to that Tabby Resort, even though those are technically the only tabbies. But hey, it's about the idea that's just all cats. And there we've got Angela, hello. And technically I think this Gordo of the tabbies still is unnamed. Yeah, it is. So yeah, I really love this. This was a pain in the butt. This edge to make sure that they don't constantly jump off. Oh my, that was a pain. Also looks weird from the back, so that's not. But it was fun to do. It was difficult, but it was fun to do. And then also mushroom, obviously. We need to put trees and other things like mushrooms and grass everywhere we possibly can, because it's us. I placed here more mushrooms because in one of... Was it Humphrey? No, Victor Humphrey. No, the other guy. I forgot the name. They talked about that there's a lot of mushrooms that they like, so I was like, okay, we have to include that as well. And then more of those, the peachy trees, because more of the wilds kind of give them the feeling that they're in the wilds, and this really gives me like some kind of safari vibe from this. Yeah, we're in the safari now. I mean, it's a resort, so not much difference, right? And chickens, and he escaped containment, of course. I still love how this turned out with all the rocks and everything. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Oh, and technically we shouldn't forget. We have here Estefan. Hi. Long time no see. I also played that around it. I just love those decorations. So, to be honest, it's getting more difficult. Which one I like best? The dogs. And he's out again. Docks, Grotto, or this area. I mean, I like them all, but I think maybe actually the Docks? I'm not sure. No, because I love those mushrooms. Oh no, so much. I don't know. It's confusing me. So much confusing me. Alright, let's go to the next one. And that is the lab. And this was the lab before. I realized that everything is quite empty. And now it looks like this, where there's a mashup between the dry reef and the indigo quarry, with each portal having a representation of their own place. Which, to explain, in my head I was like, it's a lab. Experiments are done. Victor found a way to basically make them grow in technically a biome that they don't really grow in normally. Same with the desert over there. So yeah, where do we start? Obviously we need to start with the Tar Gordo in containment. I didn't really know which slime to put in here, so I decided to end up with a Tar Gordo with all these hydro turrets pointed at him, just in case, like, okay, if you escape, we're gonna make sure you can't harm anyone. Yeah, this is my favorite addition to the ranch. I mean, the lab expansion. Oh, I still find that funny. Also, water. That's why there's greenery here. Because of the water pumps pumping water in the dry reef, so it becomes a wet reef. And then that's why there's grass, like green grass, instead of the pink stuff. And way more vegetation. That was the idea behind it. And the slimes themselves just kept it calm. Did put some grass in there to make it more alive in there. But portal-wise, obviously, dry reef has the pink tree, the bushes that are in-game. This one is placed, obviously. Here we've got the ancient ruins with a nice representation of it. The moss blankie and the indigo quarry. Oh, I placed two there. Oh yeah, okay. And then obviously more water. And the bees that need the water. And then towards the grotto, I placed way more crystals. I love my crystals. And again, the rocks with the mushroom. I really love those mushrooms and those rocks, don't I? With broken down ruins that has crystals growing on them. Oh, and as you've noticed, these ones are obviously lighter than the one in the cave. But there's a reason for it. And the reason behind there is that these are literally in the open. There's light shining on them. So I tried to play with that in a way to make these lighter, and because in the grotto it is like it's in a cave, so it's dark, no light basically. So to give them the gradient of that's darker, I just placed the darker pillars there, and it turned out exactly the way I hoped it would, with lots and lots of crystals, because I'm a sucker of those crystals now. I mean, this is also pretty cool. This is just the in-game thing, they are already there. Obviously, you can see that. And then just put the crystals all over it. And you get this. And I love that effect that's literally in there. And obviously, going back a bit here, research. Because lab, Victor's workshop, it's all research connected. So obviously I have to add that. And that is the lab. Because I didn't really do much in here. No, the only thing that is just the portal to Victor's workshop and the selling thing, and that's it. But outside there's a lot happening, and I especially like this one, these ones, the one with the portals, and then the tar in containment. And then as very last, Mochi's Manor that we decorated last episode. So this is what it was, and this is how it looks now. That's full of trees, because I liked it. You don't notice that much, and yet there's a small detail of trees that are like a tiny bit higher, so it looks like they're not all the same trees and they're all turned, so it looks different. I learned that trick in school. I've done 3D art in school, and there was this and the teachers were like, you know what, we're actually quite lazy, so how about you make 3 different trees And if you constantly like change the direction, you can make a whole forest and no one really would notice a thing. As you can see, I kept it here more open so that we have normal access to this thing surrounded by trees. And my favorite is this magnetic core. I don't know what it is, just a piece of art. I really like this. And as I said in the video, I'm not sure how or what I'm gonna place here, but ended up turning it into this, and I was like, you know what? This is awesome. Let's keep it that way. I have kept this rather very empty though, with a few trees here and there and some decoration. There are like trees everywhere. And as you can see, I have added more islands because now we have a representation of every single area. We have the wilds of Octan's Retreat. We have the Glass Desert with an oasis. We have Nimble Valley, Indigo Quarry, the Moss Blanket, Ancient Ruins, and the dry reef that is not as dry, which I'm very happy about. I like that idea a lot of these floating islands, to add that to this area. And obviously we have way more trees surrounding it. Like, it's supposed to give you a feeling like you're in a valley in the middle of a forest with mountains behind it, which kind of reminds me in my stay in Austria. Those are all the areas of the ranch that's been decorated. Let me know which one is your favorite. And then, obviously, now we need to find out what that portal leads towards. But first we're getting a concert from our Twinkle Slimes that constantly play with those music notes. So yes, this portal. Where does it lead to? So, I suppose let's just jump in and find out? Geronimo!